Hi, welcome to the Microsoft Power BI dashboard designed to OMV Auto. This data visualization tool has been divided in two sections. The first section illustrates the company's spending activities in relation to purchasing vehicle parts from vendors. So this dashboard is called Vendor. This dashboard is divided into three blocks. The first, on the left, is composed by two tables. This table contains information about the parts that have been bought from a vendor, so there is a vendor invoice number related. And the second table doesn't have a number invoice related. The table contains information like the dates of the transactions, the type and description of the parts, and the vendor invoices related to those transactions. The second block at the center contains two graphics. This graphic shows the total sum in dollars of the vendor invoices by each vendor name. A percentage of the total of the vendor invoices is displayed for an easy comparison between vendors. The graphic on the bottom has two functions. When none of the filters on the top of the dashboard has been applied, the graphic shows a rank of vendors by the sum of the vendors' invoices by year. As an example, this vendor shows an increment in the sum of invoices from the year 2019 to 2020. The information included in the graphic specifies that the vendor changed its range or rank from the third position to the first position in 1 year, and the total sum of the invoices increased by 95%. To display this information, it's just necessary to hover over the graphic. The second function of this graphic is to show the information of the price changes by part, by vendor, and by year. It is necessary to apply the filter type and select the part the user wants to take a look at. As an example, if the type selected is, for example, vendor, the graphic will show the vendors that have an invoice for that part and the change in price by year and by vendor, obviously. The third block of the dashboard on the right contains information that shows how many times a specific part was bought. For example, the category miscellaneous contains most of the items with a vendor invoice, followed by the type vendor. The user will be able to interact with the dashboard by using the drop boxes at the top to filter out the data. Here, the user has options to filter by year, by vendor name, by part type, and by part number. The user can hover over items to reveal description data. The user can click on items to filter the data. For example, by clicking the vendor out of it, all the information related to the transaction to that vendor will be displayed, like the details of the transactions, the change in rank by year, and the most required parts by OMV Auto. Okay, let's take a look to the second dashboard. The second section shows the company's revenue activity in relation to the automotive service performed for customers. This dashboard is called Service Invoices. The user will be able to interact with this dashboard in the same way as the vendor dashboard by using the drop boxes at the top to filter the data, to hover over items to reveal description data, and the user can click on items to filter the data. There are three graphics involved in this dashboard. A line chart representing revenue by month, with each line representing a different year. There is a line and bar chart with a line representing the amount of income over every month, and the bars representing the labor and part expenses, and a bar chart showing the count of the services that are mostly used by the clients. Finally, the user will be able to refresh the data anytime by just clicking on the refresh button, this one. Each table used by the dashboard will be updated from the Access database designed for OMB Auto. So for example, here we can see the process of updating. Great, now it's updated. This was a quick introduction to the features contained in the OMB Auto visualization tool. Thank you.